and girls, welcome back to the kitchen. I hope you've all been well. I've been very busy baking recently, but I've taken a little break today to show you how to make some scones. It is the perfect time of year for scones, sitting outside, having cream tea. So it's a really simple recipe and they are delicious. Right then, here's what we're going to need. 350 grams of self-raising flour, plus a little bit more for dusting. A teaspoon of baking powder. 85 grams of butter or margarine, I'm using marg today. 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. 175 millilitres of milk. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. A squeeze of lemon juice. And a beaten egg to glaze. Now, you can have them as fruit scones if you like, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to add about 85 grams of sultanas into mine as well. But that is optional, entirely up to you. So we're going to need a mixing bowl to mix everything up in, a measuring jug and a cutter. This is a 5 centimetre cutter, which is just perfect. We'll also need a baking tray, which I've lined. Right, the first thing we're going to do is turn the oven on to 220 degrees or 200 degrees fan oven or gas mark 7. Now, we're going to tip the flour into the bowl. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is an ingredient that I did miss out at the beginning of the video. But yes, a bit of salt. Yeah. And the baking powder, which is a teaspoonful. Oops. Okay. So now we're going to add the margarine or butter if you're using butter, cut it into cubes. Now, and we're going to just stir this in with our fingers and thumbs, which I've shown you before in another video. We're going to do this now until it looks like fine crumbs. Okay, I think we're looking enough like breadcrumbs now to add the sugar. So we're putting 3 tablespoons of caster sugar in. So 3. And if you're adding sultanas at this stage, this is when you put them in, and I am. Okay, next we're going to put our milk in the jug. And we're going to put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds so it's warm, but not hot. So now that the milk is out of the microwave, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Ooh, just enough. And a squeeze of lemon juice. Now we're doing this because it makes it sour, and the acid in the milk makes it a bit like buttermilk, which helps it rise better. Okay, at this point, you want to put your baking tray into the oven to warm up. Then you're going to make a well in your dry mix in your bowl. And then we're going to add the liquid and we're going to combine it quickly with a cutlery knife. Oop-la. Now we're going to put some flour onto our work surface. I'm going to tip the dough out. Tip the dough out there. Put a little bit more flour on there, on my hands. And I'm going to fold the dough over a couple of times until it's a bit smoother. Don't want to work it too much with your fingers. Okay. There we go. It's a bit smoother now. We're going to pat this about 4 centimetres deep. You can also roll this out a bit with your roller. And then we are going to, well, put a bit of flour on our cutter as well. And we're going to plunge it in. And now we're going to repeat. Okay, so now we're going to arrange them on our baking tray. We're going to paint the top with some egg wash. And now we're going to put them in the oven for 10 minutes until they're risen and golden on the top. Well, here they are, hot out of the oven. I'm going to transfer them now to a wire rack to cool. Okay, so I've got a lovely little batch of scones here. They are a little bit dinky because we used a small cutter, which is perfect for what I want them for. But if you want them a bit bigger, you can obviously use a bigger cutter and you'll have more of a substantial scone, but obviously you won't get as much out of the ingredients. They are absolutely delicious with jam, any jam you like. Strawberries probably best though, and some clotted cream in the middle. Oh yes. Well, I hope you've all got lots of lovely scones to enjoy over the weekend. I'm sitting in my garden because I've had my friends round this afternoon and we've enjoyed our scones as part of afternoon tea. But I will do the taste test just for you. Look at this, clotted cream and jam. Happy birthday to me.